Welcome into Henry's, guys, here on this Wednesday. This Wednesday, September the 10th. It's a little after 4:20 in the afternoon. Obviously, huge news in our country today that far supersedes football, but we'll talk about Austin Simmons, the rumors about him, football a little bit. We'll take some of your calls. We do have kind of a hard out tonight. I've got to get ready for the show with Pete that we tape on Wednesday nights so that I can get that recorded on his schedule and then uploaded in time to air tomorrow. So that's always a Wednesday night thing that occupies my 7 o'clock till about 9:30 hour. So that's the case again tonight. So we'll stop at a reasonable period tonight. This show, Henry's, guys. I'm Neal McCready. That's Chase Parham. Brought to you each and every show by my friends at Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. I tell you this all the time. I could read the spiel, but what sets them apart is their customer service. Yesterday, one of my many assignments to get the house ready was to get the yard done, and I was out weed eating, and there's an area between our two AC units that some of the brush was a little overgrown. And me, being the genius that I am, I attacked that with the weed eater, got it all wrapped up in the cords. I called Eric, took a picture, sent it to him, and said, "Is this okay?" And he goes, "Hey, I'll be out tomorrow." And he came out this morning and did above and beyond, because that's what they do at Comer. They're just phenomenal people. They take great care of you. Their customer service is excellent. They have great equipment, obviously, but lots of companies have great equipment. What sets them apart is their customer service, their care for people. Chase can vouch for this. That's just what they do. So if you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, that area, call Comer 662-801-1777. If you live in the Memphis area, North Mississippi, South Haven, Hernando, Olive Branch, those areas, call Southern 662-429-4429. We're in the Clark Ford Studios. Clark Ford is in Amory, Mississippi, 662-257-1900. Call that number. Ask for our friend Corey Clark. Tell Corey what Ford product you're looking for. He will send you a quote within 15 minutes in business hours. Right to the bottom line. No hassle, no haggle. You get your quote. The rest is up to you. You can shop that quote around. You can do what I've done, what I recommend that you do, and that's hop into a Clark Ford today, 662-257-1900. Mentioned the Campbell Clinic Hotline. From fractures and sports injuries to complex spine and limb conditions, the pediatric orthopedic physicians at Campbell Clinic in Oxford are the only specialized pediatric orthopedic team in North Mississippi, providing expert care for growing bodies. Visit campbellclinicoxford.com to schedule an appointment or call 901-759-3111. This will obviously be an extra Blue Sky Live. Usually it's the Friday, but it'll be up before Friday.
We'll do it tomorrow morning. We'll do it around Jeffrey one way or the other for this. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. What Neal said about what's going on nationally and worldwide, and then also a couple local things dealing with real quick. So, Blue Sky locations all over the state of Mississippi, up and down I-55 throughout North Mississippi as well. They'll take care of you. A lot of people coming into town this weekend, starting tomorrow, starting today. I was downtown today. Things already starting to pick up a little bit there around the square. So Blue Sky, West Oxford, Highway 6 West in Oxford. Lunch specials, Sweet Daddy stops all over the state of Mississippi and more. Make sure you check out their catering if you need that. Feed your family, extended family, or even your tailgate if you got a few things lacking and need a little more protein, side items, or desserts for Saturday.
I will say this first. Not going to pretend it's not happening in the real world. I hate when people in sports do it. Just drives me crazy. I didn't know the man. I know people who did. So does Chase. Thoughts and prayers to Charlie Kirk. I was actually looking forward to going to see him when he came to Ole Miss next month.
He was supposed to be here October 29th.
Yeah. I was excited about getting a chance to see him. I've always loved watching his visits to college campuses. I thought they were fascinating, very American things that he would go and sit and talk to people
of any persuasion.
And he was the ultimate advocate for free speech. And that was a professional hit today. We should think about what that means. That was a 200-yard shot that was precise. That wasn't some loon taking a shot. That was a professional hit. Multiple media outlets reporting that the assassin, and that's what it was, is still on the loose. That the old man that was arrested today did not shoot Charlie Kirk.
Why was he arrested?
I don't know.
They just correct. Okay, that's one.
Took him into custody. They weren't sure. But reports are out that he was not the person who did it. So if you allow yourself to go down that road of it being a professional hit, you have to ask who would be motivated to hire a professional hitman. Or maybe as a former military person, somebody who knew how to shoot weapons. That should terrify us. So I've communicated with some people that I really trust. Ike Fessler, a lot of you have watched over the years. Josh Hendrickson. Ike Fessler sent me a message a little while ago that just said Charlie Kirk was a patriot. So if you know Ike, if you've watched any of the shows with Ike, you know that that's not a word that he uses lightly. An American historian, Ike is. For him to call Charlie Kirk a patriot is incredibly high praise. So I didn't know the people, obviously, but thoughts and prayers to his wife, 2 beautiful young children. Just a sickening tragedy. So,
yeah, someone who, like I said, invited conversation, which we don't have enough. Debate is lost.
And he was addressing something in the last couple of days that the mainstream media had chosen not to address because it did not check the right boxes. It was about the murder of the young Ukrainian woman in Charlotte on the train coming home from her work at a pizza shop, where she was stabbed to death. It did not check the correct boxes. But national media has a real double standard, and you know, it does. And I'll leave it at that because I've got a family to feed too. Here locally, the story today in Oxford is Austin Simmons. Specifically, it's his ankle.
I'll take it. I wasn't sure how to segue out of that, so I was taking a second because my brain is not working very well right now. If I'm just being honest. So look, we're gonna get the first injury report. That's just a matter of context, is what I'm telling you. I do not expect it to be revelatory in any way. Around 7:00 Central tonight. For that, I reported, as I mentioned on this morning's Blue Sky Live, that Trinidad Chambliss had taken the overwhelming majority of reps during practice, which was their first Arkansas day. They have 2. So yesterday, the first one of those, I don't know from today. This was from yesterday. I posted this around 7 a.m. this morning.
Monday is typically a walkthrough kind of a practice. Tuesday's the first real practice. Wednesday's another real practice. Thursday, they start to kind of wind it down. And Friday's really nothing.
Yeah, they have Fast Friday where they just go for like in 30 minutes, 45 minutes. It's very quick. So Simmons has been at a boot. Again, that doesn't mean anything in and of itself. That is incredibly common. I feel like I need to keep putting that caveat on it because that's even like one of the posts that made it over into a competing message board today. And it's like, okay, the boot was not relevant to anything outside of it. It was part of context to the discussion. Here's where we are, and we're just going to be honest with you right now at 4:32 on this Wednesday afternoon. Is that we know what Lane Kiffin has been saying since Saturday. We talked about it at length on Saturday night. We talked about it at length on Monday, and including on Tuesday as well. He said it 3 times now, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, about Austin's availability or health to this point. He's been pretty consistent those 3 times. He was not asked today during the SEC teleconference anything about Austin's health. He was asked one question about if slowing tempo down would potentially be advantageous on Saturday.
Tom Murphy of the ADG asked that.
And his remark was essentially not verbatim but close of, do you want me to just give you the plays too? Was the give or take response there on that. So
Lane was not in a good mood
I know I didn't take him for good mood today. And here's the deal. And again, okay, there's one caveat and then what I'm hearing. Again, it is Wednesday. They do not play for 73 and a half hours as of right now, as we're hitting this button. Health changes. Things move in 1,000 different directions. You got more packages downstairs.
Let me just go see what that is.
Yeah. He had a doorbell. I have multiple people who none of them would be ironclad in and of themselves. You know, we talk about this all the time, that you have sources of multiple levels. You have the sources where that when they say it and you don't have to check anything, might as well be God speaking from above. It is true. You have sources where they're right more than enough, more than they're wrong. And when that's the case of being so, you probably should check it, but it's pretty correct. You've got people who go 50-50 that you need some extra people are, and then you have the ones that maybe they get one right, but it's not whatever. I've got two in the camp that it's either 50-50 or I'm leaning more towards right than wrong most of the time. Neal has a couple as well in the same camp to leaning toward a couple that are even more than that. And they are saying that as of right now, and again, this is 4:35 on September 10th, they believe that Trinidad Chambliss is in line to start on Saturday. Again, that is not us reporting that. Let me make that clear again, that we are trying to be honest with you right now as we're doing this. That is what we are hearing from people who have a tendency to be correct, that as of right now, which could change, and his health, it is trending, including one second kind of party source that believes that is what the story that is going around the Ole Miss locker room, or that it is going around the Ole Miss locker room.
Yes.
That is of right now. Coming from a player directly to one person who told me. So again, that is where we are right now. That Austin Simmons at this moment, per multiple people who typically are not wrong,
right, that
Chambliss is in line to start on Saturday.
Yeah, I suspect. I didn't hear everything you said, but I suspect you nailed it. Okay, so I had one person tell me that this is an injury that's a 3-week injury, that the risk you take if you put him out there on the field is obviously it could become worse. And, worse than 3 weeks means.
And real quick, Chauncey, it's absolutely hit the betting markets. The line has gone from 11 to 7.
Yeah.
It's been a horrendous move from a betting market.
6.5 at one point today.
Okay, there you go. Go ahead.
And then another source just flat out said he's not going to play. We're not writing it. I don't have it where I can report it.
Yeah, I would need a better individual source. I have an accumulation of sources that typically are correct. And again, we can't write it partly because it's Wednesday. He could wake up tomorrow and it'd be better. I mean, I can't say that's not going to be the case or that's not true. I'm speaking as of 4:37 p.m. today. We'll try to get an update on whatever happened today. I do not know yet.
Yeah, and I mean, there's look, they could make a decision. Tyler Siskey sits in that chair all the time and makes jokes about Toradol and duct and tape.
It's a real thing.
And that's a real thing. There's a reason that all the football people laugh about it. Again, the risk you take with that is that, the Toradol makes you feel better. It doesn't change the structure of the injury. And you don't want to.
And it's not a shock that he's not practicing this week. I would have anticipated that whether he were playing or not.
Right.
I mean, that's just not.
I mean, again, I was told on the field on Saturday that it was ankle and hip. Hey, caller, go ahead. You're on.
Hello?
Hey, you're on. Who's this?
Hey, Neal. Hey, Chase. It's Austin.
Hey, Austin.
I said, hey, guys. It's Austin.
Hey, we're here. What's up?
Okay, good. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. There's always like a delay for some reason when I call. I apologize for that.
All good.
Hey, look, first off, if it hasn't been made abundantly clear to the two of you guys, I hope y'all know I've got nothing but just an abundance of love for both of you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for being here. Really, really appreciate what you guys do and all the content you provide. I'm having a really hard time listening and talking about football right now. I
Sure.
know I'm not alone, and I appreciate the heck out of you guys for doing it. I'll be brief. I'll be short and sweet. And this is the only thing I'm going to say, and then I'll hang up. We really need Jesus right now. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think that's too controversial to say, but
It's not controversial.
this is just you should
It's not.
you should be able to have discourse with other people without fear of losing your life. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the call.
Love you guys.
Appreciate you, Austin.
So I don't. Yeah, David says he's heard it's 2 injuries. That's what I was told.
Neal has heard that as well.
I was told that on the field Saturday.
Yeah, I haven't heard that. Neal has heard that.
I was in Lexington. Chase wasn't. So I mean, I got some of that. I anticipate he'll be questionable on the injury report. I anticipate, based on what I was told, that he will dress and that he'll be available. So the question is, in the world that all of this is accurate, and look, it's not all inaccurate. Like everybody's not wrong.
There's some sources here where, I mean, just being frank, if I were 15 years younger, I would have written it. I mean, I'm smarter now, but that didn't mean the sourcing is bad.
If I didn't have the background that I had that is almost like ingrained into my DNA, I probably would write something. But you would have to write, as you said, and you're so right to say it.
It's Wednesday.
You would have to write that as of Wednesday. If the game were tonight, would Austin Simmons play?
Phrase, yes.
I think I would say no, he would not play.
No, I feel very certain that if they were kicking the ball off at 6:30 tonight, Trinidad Chambliss would be taking 100% of the snaps at quarterback.
Agreed.
I feel that strongly.
I mean, because if everyone's wrong, this is a coordinated propaganda campaign that seems.
And the question is why?
Yeah, why would you do that? You're not shooting those bullets. That's the wrong term, Neal.
It's okay. I get it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
God, that's bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. You're not using that right now in a game where you were a 10-point favorite.
Yeah, there's no reason.
That's silly. I mean, we all saw the play in Kentucky, and I think the ankle had been jeopardized before that. There were kind of some rumblings going into the game that his ankle was bothering him. The same one that got rolled. I told you this when I was watching it live. I actually had it on my binoculars, and I thought, he's out for weeks. It was my live thought.
Well, we reacted in that way on the live stream.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the way when we saw the replays, that was where we thought as well.
He didn't put any pressure on it at all leaving the field, and I thought, man, that's bad. And then it couldn't have been 3 minutes later. He was kind of hopping on it, bouncing around a little bit, and seemed to be okay. And then he was made available to us with post-game media, which I took as a sign that, well, it's not so serious that they're having to do x-rays or something on it right now. And then, Lane was more forthright about it than he normally is with injuries. On Sunday, you were on the call on Sunday, and then I was at the press conference on Monday, and it was more of the same. But there's a world, look, where it's one of the reasons you have to be super careful on game day with evaluating how serious an injury is. The adrenaline's pumping. The painkiller is still flowing through the body. And for guys like that are athletes at this level, they sort of feel like Superman, 48 hours later, when the stiffness and the soreness and the actual injury is taking effect and you don't have game day adrenaline pumping through
a little more human all of a sudden.
Yeah. You're Clark Kent on Monday, not Superman. So I don't know. From a preparation standpoint with a young quarterback, missing reps on Tuesday and presumably on Wednesday is absolutely a big deal. It's different than your third-year starter quarterback who misses a day, who can get out there and take the mental reps. I mean, I do think there's a difference. Not saying it's a game-changing difference, but I do think it's a difference. And if it's Hubbard, Chambliss, why don't I say Trinidad Hubbard? Trinidad Hubbard play baseball or something? Trinidad Chambliss. If it's Trinidad,
What is that name?
I don't know. My brain is not really.
He did play baseball.
Trinidad Hubbard played baseball. Who did he play for?
He was a Rocky for a little while. He was drafted by the Astros, Giants, Indians, Dodgers, Braves, Orioles, Royals, Padres, Cubs.
So he did play for the Cubs for a moment.
He played for the Cubs in 2003.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh.
See,
that one sticks with you.
This is getting old.
You want to do the starting lineup of the NLCS in 03? You want to do that one?
All right,
I'd have to find it, but
I'd have to think about it.
You couldn't get that one off the top of your head.
First base was Eric Karros and Randall Simon.
Was it really?
I think so.
Randall Simon.
Randall
There's a name.
Simon. They rotated first base.
Did they really?
I'm pretty sure.
Karros was that guy?
Yeah.
He was on that team?
I'm pretty sure Eric Karros was on that.
He was one of like the Dodgers 3 in a row or 4 in a row Rookie of the Years when they kept winning it over and like Nomo was in that. Karros.
His son's a big leaguer.
Oh, really?
Plays third base, I think, for the Rockies.
I feel like I did see this.
Aramis Ramirez was at third.
Karros started this game.
Which game are we talking about?
Game 7.
Game 7 of the 27.
Yeah, I guess I could do Game 6. That's the more famous one, but we'll do
Kerry
7.
Kerry Wood was the pitcher.
In what game?
Game 7.
No, he wasn't. Oh, yeah, he was. Sorry. My bad.
Yeah, trust me, he was.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, my bad. I was looking at the Marlins lineup.
It was Moises Alou in left, Kenny Lofton in center.
It was.
Sammy Sosa in right.
It was. Ramirez at third, Karros at first.
Yeah.
We all know Alex Gonzalez was at short.
Yeah, who could possibly forget?
It's actually his fault.
It absolutely is.
Mm-hmm. Catcher and the second baseman are the interesting names.
Who was the second baseman on that team?
It's a name.
It's not Mickey Morandini, is it?
It wasn't, but it's a guy.
Mark Grudzelanek.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was good.
And then the catcher was
I never would have gotten this.
Rick Rona?
Nope. The catcher who came in late was Paul Bacco, but he did not start.
Oh, okay. Not Joe Girardi.
Nope.
Not Damon Berryhill.
Nope.
Damian Miller.
There you go. Kerry Wood, Kyle Farnsworth, Dave Varese, Troy O'Leary, Mike Remlinger, and Joe Borowski.
Yeah, Farnsworth came in. Was horrible.
Was he?
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
What were we talking about? Oh, Trinidad Chambliss. If it's Chambliss,
Sorry.
what does it mean? I don't know. He hasn't. Chase and I talked about this earlier today before the world changed. He's not thrown a meaningful pass in a D1 game.
Yeah. An FBS game, I guess is the technical term, but yes.
Yeah, thank you. You're sharp today. I'm not sharp. You're mentally.
You think so?
You're a lot more. Yeah, you're a lot more acute than I am right now.
Yeah,
is that a Horn Legend shirt?
It is.
It's excellent.
Yeah, we got a new shipment in today. We were very happy about it. HornLegend.com. Click MPW Digital at the bottom when you order. You'll love them. Plenty of collegiate items available with those guys. Grove Collective. Go ahead and get pre-orders in on those. Got sports shirts with multiple patterns there from Horn Legend. We're just waiting on vests and sports shirts. I think by Friday. Got a bunch of polos in today. Got a hoodie or two in today.
Yeah, their stuff's great.
It's great. HornLegend.com. They sent a personalized card in with it.
Oh,
said hello. Yeah,
that's a good sign. You can order yours with the MPW
drop down.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Yeah, so I mean, the question for Ole Miss is this: really, it's probably the question that Lane's tossing around in his head right now: is do you think you can beat Arkansas by 1 point with Trinidad Chambliss as your quarterback? Because you get Tulane next week, and then you would presumably get a much healthier Austin Simmons back for LSU. Then you have an open date. Or do you take the risk of putting in Austin Simmons when he's not fully healthy and something happens to worsen it where you miss him for 5, 6, 7 games, and a lot of probably I would think at that point a lot of your season goals have to be readjusted.
Correct.
Hey, caller, who's this? Go ahead.
Hey, what's up? It's Riley from Pensacola.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
Man, I don't know how y'all are doing it right now. It's a tough situation. I missed the first part of the show, but I think we can all agree that we're going to pray for Charlie and his family. And it's tough, you know. I appreciate what y'all do, and thank you for everything.
Thank you. Yeah, we opened the show by kind of talking about that.
Okay.
I
think everybody's kind of in the same boat right now where we're all just hanging out, but there's not a lot to say.
I think what's going through my head right now is the ramifications of this. In addition to obviously the sheer just devastation for his family and for his friends. Like I said at the beginning, I think I speak for Chase here. I didn't know him. I'd never met him.
No clue.
But I did know people who did. I know people who do. Our friend Hogan Gidley, Ike.
Yeah, Hogan apparently was on NBC talking about him within the last 45 minutes.
People who really, really liked this guy. They said this was a genuine person. There was somebody that I saw today in that sphere who said this was someone who was going to be a potential major national candidate one day. That he was that rock solid.
31 years old.
And to think that a professional hit was out on him, and this clearly what it was. I don't even think I'm speculating. Is terrifying when you think about what that really means. That someone like him felt that someone like him needed to be silenced. You think about the ramifications of that in a country that is built on freedom of speech, freedom of belief. That's incredible. I think that's what I'm thinking about right now. That's why I'm having a hard time focusing on the ramifications of an ankle injury in a football game. And yet I don't want to be the person that doesn't do his job. And our job's to report on, in this case, Ole Miss, as they get ready to play their SEC home opener as the 17th ranked team in the country against what I believe to be is an improved Arkansas team that has played 2 bad teams so far, but has played those 2 teams quite well. And I'm sure it's an Arkansas team that has circled this game. Human nature would say that they've circled this game. I don't think that's a rivalry thing. I think that's a pride thing. If you were in Fayetteville last year and you watched that game, if you watched their sideline as that game progressed, that was a team that was humiliated. So I'm sure that was a game that they've circled, and 3 of their teammates left to go to Ole Miss. I'm sure that stung. So I would think that Arkansas won't have any lack of motivation. I don't think they're the better team. I think Ole Miss is the more talented team. But if you told me Austin Simmons can't play, that is quite a leveler.
Oh,
that's quite a leveler, you know. So
it also makes, I mean, again, with a little speculation and whatnot here, but it's kind of a late pickup. I mean, Ole Miss would be in really bad shape without Trinidad Chambliss right now.
I hadn't even thought about that.
I mean, that was a late pickup that kind of was out of nowhere.
It's a great point.
And he has clearly cemented himself as the number 2.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. I had not thought about that.
I mean, that was Lane picking up what he thought to be a capable piece in some capacity. I mean, when was that? I'm looking at it now. I'm kind of curious.
May? Did he come? Was he here in the spring?
April 15th. No. Sorry, before that. Yeah, he was here in the spring.
They added another quarterback. They added a couple of guys in
the Rice guy and the Oklahoma State kid.
And I think those were guys that maybe want to get into coaching one day, that gave them some practice bodies, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, understood. April 15th.
Understood the landscape.
That's when it was. No, so he wasn't. April 15th.
Yeah, Chambliss did not go through spring.
No. April 15th.
Okay.
Yeah, Hayes Fawcett has a tweet when I Googled it from April 15th.
Yeah, I will say this. There's a video out there that's up close. You do not want to watch it. I wish I had not watched it. It will impact my sleep. It's
we started the day talking about sleep, and it's
as I think about it, my daughter sent me a text that just said that poor family, those kids will grow up and one day see that video.
Yeah.
I mean, that was their father. They will one day see a video.
Oh, I mean, it's where my mind went was, how does his loved ones find out? Where are they? What happened? You're getting at best, the best case scenario is you're getting a call.
Yeah.
Because the other options are terrible. Every option is terrible, but it's the best of the sickening options. They're there.
If Austin gets the go, Peyton says, do you think they'll still use Chambliss more? I have no idea. I
do expect Chambliss to play either way.
He's going to obviously play, right? I mean, he played the other night because Simmons couldn't go. I mean, we said this earlier, and I think we said this morning. I mean, the whole coy part of it, I don't know, and maybe he's not being coy. We'll see what comes out on the practice report or the injury report.
Yeah, we have 2 hours and 5 minutes.
But I would have to believe that, like I said, Arkansas had people studying Ferris State tape Saturday night. Their game in Little Rock was an afternoon game. They were back at the facility probably by 10. They probably had people that didn't even make the trip that were there doing advanced scouting. I'm sure they were already pretty deep into the film.
Somebody says doubtful. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, I do think that would be the appropriate term for today. If you were being completely based off what we're aware of.
That would be. I will venture to guess that they say, I don't know, I'm just guessing, that it'll be questionable. But
sure.
I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's about risk. Really, it's about how much you're willing. It's about two things: how much you're willing to risk, and do you think you could win without him? And if you don't think you could win without him, are you willing to risk something more long term?
And if you're going to suit him up anyway, so I mean, he's going to be, quote, active.
Yeah.
So you get to make a continuous decision.
Yeah, you might go into the game and go, "Hey, we're not going to be.
We're going to let Trinidad start, and we'll see where it goes, and then we'll Kirk Gibson it if we need to.
Yeah, if he can pull it out, we'll do it, and if he can't,
we'll figure it out."
At some point, you have to make decisions that are for the best of the player. Sometimes you have to put the player first, especially a young quarterback like that who is such a big part of your franchise, for lack of a better term.
I'm pointing this out just because we have not seen one of these cases in a long time. I see on ESPN here from this morning, a Fresno State men's basketball player manipulated his performance for gambling purposes and conspired with 2 players to also place bets on his statistics, according to an NCAA investigation released on Wednesday. Happens all the time, but they actually proved one is interesting.
As I think I've said for a while, it's not a matter of if, but when.
No.
It's not a matter of if, but when there is a major college sports gambling scandal.
Conspired to wager on Robinson to underperform during a game in 2025 between Fresno and Colorado State. The three prop bets that total $2,200.
You throw in the transfer portal where guys can just.
Sorry, they netted 15-9.
Oh. Had a little payday.
Yeah, he altered his performance with 3 points scored, 2 rebounds, 1 3-pointer, and no assist to ensure all the underlying bets won.
It's one of the things that I think is a risk in this era. You know me, I'm and look, if you're going to get mad at me about it, you got to get mad at Lane too, because he said the same thing on Monday. He didn't talk about the betting part of it, but the idea that the guys play 4-5 schools is unhealthy. It's also risky. If you have no emotional attachment to the place in which you play, you're more susceptible to this. If you are a player at Alaska State, and by God, you've been at Alaska State for 3-4 years, and that place has become something special to you, you're not as susceptible to take a dive, if you will. What's a missed free throw? What's one dropped pass? If the place means something to you, it's important. If it doesn't mean anything to you, a little easier. Especially if you can make $15,000.
Somebody asking in the stream, who were the Oklahoma writers? Somebody got suspended for calling Temple a high school team?
I'm not aware.
I haven't seen this.
No, I did not see what happened on the House floor.
I don't think I want to.
I don't even know that I want to.
I don't.
The political discourse in our country is
It is 100% team politics, and it doesn't represent the actual populace in any capacity.
no,
That's what thing. I mean,
it's completely dangerous.
You have a lot of actual Democrats that go, I'm not lumped in, and yet those are the representatives. They had the mics on before, I guess, Venable's press conference,
Okay.
like in the room, and
Yeah.
they're just talking before he comes in, like we do all the time, or people do all the time. And apparently, yeah, some reporter did that and is punished in some way for it. I don't know. I don't really get the punishment, whatever.
I don't know that to be true. I'm not doubting Bonection. He's almost certainly telling the truth. Ryan Marshall's confirmed. Someone asked for prayer, and
That's where we are.
that's just the danger is when you get to a place where you hate each other. Violence is almost always next. I was reading a book about Ronald Reagan, and he was good friends with Tip O'Neill. Remember Tip O'Neill? You're a little.
I know
young.
about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they would have some pretty heated political debates, and yet at the end of the day, they'd have a drink together. Common respect for one another's families, sports teams. I notice it. I get emotional talking about this because it bothers me. I noticed it on social media with sports. I've told you this for a couple of years now. People don't seem to have fun anymore. It's not fun. It's so serious. And politics are 100 times worse.
Yeah.
Like it's a football game Saturday. Your primary concern, really, and I think 99% of the people. This is, of course, I do. I believe this. I think most people are good. Like, should be, hey, I hope nobody on these two teams gets severely injured. I hope that everybody on these two teams gets to walk off the field and go hug their families, right? Win or lose. Someone's going to win. Someone's going to lose. They all have families. I hope that at the end of the game, like that's one of the things that I think fans, I wish they could see at the end of the games sometimes, a road team. Remember we used to do the media thing where we would have to kind of walk over that area and you'd see the families of the opposing team waiting. for the players to get out of the deal and go to the bus.
Out by the buses,
and they'd hug mom and dad, and people would take pictures. And win or lose, it still was cool, right? And but it's gotten so personal. Everything's so amped up. So there's so much animus. And then in the political sphere, it's, like I said, 1,000 times worse. And I just don't think that's it's terrifying to me. Like, I just think this is a really, really, really bad day for our country.
I mean, somebody said it in the stream. You've got people. There's not a fear of doing these type of things. That's
well, it's. I mean, did you see some of the reaction on? If you want your blood to boil, that would do it.
When you see, I mean, on Twitter sometimes you'll see an Ole Miss fan or a State fan or an LSU fan or whatever, and they are saying something complimenting just a person, and they have to like put caveats. Like, it's like, hey, what? It's like,
right?
Can we just talk?
Yeah, it's just okay. Right.
It's not just okay.
Hey, caller, go ahead. Who's this?
Hey, it's Steve from Greenville. On
Steve.
A lighter note, Neal, have you picked a event to go to when you lose? Yeah.
That's not being very confident in our boy over here, Steve.
I don't think we've gotten that far. I don't know. I don't know what I have to do this time.
My son says you should go as Dr. Xavier from the X-Men. Now, you'd have to let people know you were bald, and you'd have to wear a 3-piece suit and be in a wheelchair.
Okay. I'm not familiar.
Where are you going?
You go to Comic-Con.
Oh, go to Comic-Con. Yeah, we've talked about the Comic-Con thing before. It's probably on the list of options. The deal with that bet and stuff is that it's only worthwhile because
there can be content from it.
It's got to produce content. Like, we've got to be able to do shows, because I'm not going to pay for this out of my own pocket, obviously. And so we're going to get a sponsor, and we've got to make sure that we produce enough content to justify it for the sponsor. That was why the trip to Boise was great. My trip to Alaska, as much as it was a pain, was great, because we were able to produce a lot of content from it. Some of the stuff, that would be like, we might be able to make some video content out of it, but I don't know that it would. Maybe it would. I don't know. The question is, would it produce like shows that we could stream? Because obviously we've got to be able to live stream, and then we also have to be able to record some sort of decent audio that allows us to put it in podcast form.
Well, I still say when you went to Alaska, you should have taken the train to the coast, gotten on the ferry, gone to Washington State. You'd had to sleep on a lawn chair on the ferry, taking the Greyhound to Seattle, and then flown out of Seattle. It's been a great trip.
It would have been a great trip. Once I saw that the Cubs were in Chicago, and I figured that out, I was like, this is a chance to have some fun with it. And it was a chance to, quote, win the bet. And I think that's where some people, honestly, Steve, got lost in it, is like, oh, he wasn't punished enough. And it was like, yeah, but that's not really the point. The point is, are we creating content? And that trip created a lot of content that people still talk about, which shows you that was good. Like, Talladega was funny, except the Wi-Fi was so bad that we really couldn't do anything on site, which I thought limited the effectiveness of that quote punishment, end quote.
Right, I understand. Hey, real quick, they used to play a bowl game in Fairbanks.
I did not.
Yeah, instead of they know who won the first two. Actually, the first one was a tie. The second one, Fairbanks won. But the third one, they refused to clear the field and just put coal dust down for the lines. And the reporters that were sent to cover it left at the end of the first quarter, said they weren't being paid enough to stay.
That's
and they didn't show up for the fourth or the fifth one.
Yeah, having been to Fairbanks, I can't imagine that's a great place for a football bowl game. Doesn't feel like that would work.
Yeah,
doesn't seem like that would work.
Yeah, it only lasted 5 years. But all right, guys, everybody, cheer up. It will get better.
Thank you, Steve.
Talk to y'all
Thank
later.
you, bud.
Bye.
Yeah, I don't even kind of know where to go. Like, just my brain's kind of everywhere. I apologize. I taped a show with Trey Biddy today. He covers Arkansas for Hog Sports. He was going to turn around and do my show, and then today's events happened, and we both just said, "Hey, let's kill it." So I will get that to you. It's mostly from kind of the Arkansas perspective, but it's a good interview. Trey's a great guy. You guys know him from the whole walk and talk thing, but Trey's a super person, so I think you'll enjoy the interview. Hey, who do we have?
Just sitting out here on the porch with my dog watching YouTube.
Who's this? Yeah, and that's one of the guys. One of the ones.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. When do y'all need it decided by? Because you don't need the competition.
I mean, just by the end of it.
But the result could change depending on how far ahead somebody is, because you're politicking in a different way all of a sudden.
I mean, I suppose. I mean, I still think
you don't give yourself much chance of winning.
No. I mean, I'm hanging in there right now, and I had a really good week on Neal's picks.
Did you?
Yeah.
What time's everybody getting home tomorrow?
Campbell's coming tonight
really?
With Brock. And then Carson and Caroline are supposed to leave Fayetteville around 7
in the morning.
So, yeah. So I would think 12:30, 1 o'clock. Be good to see him. I haven't seen Carson since August.
All of it.
August the 10th.
Yeah. Is that what it is? A month, literally?
So it's been a month. Yeah, it's a long time when he's excited. I think he's excited to come home and see his friends. He's going to the game.
Oh, he is?
Mm-hmm. He's sitting in the Ole Miss student section.
Okay.
His girlfriend goes to Ole Miss.
Yeah.
For people that don't know. Carson has a lot of friends at Ole Miss. I think he's excited for the weekend. I don't think he really cares much about the football game itself. I think he's just excited to come home and see everybody.
Even as a pledge, since it's like a road game, he can wear whatever. There's no restrictions on him over the weekend or anything.
Apparently.
Okay.
Apparently he's kind of cleared to.
Okay.
It's going to
leave.
It's going to be hot.
Yeah, it is.
One thing it's going to be is hot. I mean, you wear a whole lot of stuff out there you're going to wish you hadn't, because it's going to be pretty warm.
You want to go back to the shirt and ties?
No, I'm good.
You good?
I'm perfectly fine.
It's been a minute since we've done that.
I'm going to wear something like what you have on right now, one of those really light polos. And it's hot.
I think if we did that, we would get told we were mocking.
Yeah, we would.
That darn Michael Katz. I mean, we're just going to. I'm kidding.
Almost makes you want to do it. Wear a suit. I'm David Muir.
We'll have the post-game show after the game on Saturday night. I guess it'll be 9:30, something like that.
Oh, you're being optimistic. Yeah, 9:30 is about
That's
right.
about right.
Because it's a 6 kick. Surely they'll kick on time. Hey, who do we have?
Hey, guys. This is Jeremy from South Haven. How you guys doing?
Hey, Jeremy. We're good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. I'm just joining on to the show. I'll have to go back tomorrow and listen to everything I've missed. Something I've been wondering from you guys. So if you could go back to your mid-30s and tell yourself to start doing something, what would that be in the self-care space? So I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, are there things y'all do that are kind of non-negotiables that are either mental health related, physical health related, something that you do with your diet? Like, are there non-negotiables that y'all do now daily that you wish you could go back and talk to yourself in your mid-30s? Like, hey, start doing this now.
Yes. There would be
And what would those things be?
There would be a period of exercise every single day, no matter what, even if it's just going out and going for a walk for an hour. That would be something that I would have absolutely done. I wish I could have told 35-year-old me that, hey, we're gonna all these deadlines and stuff, you're still gonna get them, and you know what? It's okay if it's okay to be late on a story to take care of yourself. I definitely wish that.
Drink more water.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds so basic, but it changes everything and in so many different ways. Wear more sunscreen. I'm bad about not wearing sunscreen. It's a really bad thing. Especially with somebody like me who's kind of paranoid all the time and I have some issue. I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac. Mentally have some type of time to decompress or to plan. I was really bad with calendars and things for a long time. It made me disorganized, cluttered. And I try to make sure that, now this is twofold. You have to go to bed early enough to get the sleep necessary because people undervalue sleep. We're just now understanding how important sleep is, maybe as much as anything outside of diet, when it comes to personal health.
Maybe literally as much.
Yeah, I think so. But in the morning, I really try to give myself 45 minutes to an hour for myself before everything kind of gets going. And it really helps me mentally and frankly, even physically in some ways. I think otherwise you get, especially what we do, phone starts ringing, things start happening, your day. I mean, and it's a lot of you guys. It's not just us. It's in a ton of occupations. That happens, and then you end up just being completely spent.
Did I hang up on him? I did not mean to.
I don't know.
Are you still there? Did I hang up? I think
it's okay.
Dumb.
It's fine.
I apologize.
You end up being spent. Taking time to talk to family. Because sometimes we talk all day long, and then you're like, "Hey, I don't want to say it again."
Yeah,
you need to say something. I think that plays a role.
If you're like me and you need time to yourself, I think it's fine to prioritize it. You can't do it every day, but like I try to build a day off into my week.
And I'm bad about that. I never have a full day off.
Yeah,
ever.
And I'm not great about it, but I've gotten much better about it. Like, hey, for me, it's Friday.
If I get like a 3 or 4 hour period, that's kind of that in my head.
Yeah.
Where there's nothing. One of my biggest failures is I don't do micro things well, as in like I have 20 minutes to do something and I go, that's not enough time to do anything. And I almost get paralyzed. Like if I don't have a chunk, I feel like I don't have time for anything.
Yeah.
And that goes for exercise, writing, anything. I just almost kind of get flustered when it's a small chunk of time.
I get mad at myself sometimes because I think I don't have an hour, so I don't do anything, but I could have gotten on the rower for 20 minutes and done something. Hey, who's this caller?
Hey, it's David from Madison.
Hey, David.
Hey, so Neal, I got an idea for you.
Okay.
You're talking about having content and like a punishment for, well, not a punishment, outcome of that bet, or, you guys were talking about having like a 3-point competition or whatever. So in the last couple of years, I've lost about 170 pounds.
Wow. Congratulations.
And I got one of the things that really helped me was I got addicted to cycling. And so, like, really addicted, like I've got a problem.
Like outdoor cycling or like Peloton or what?
No, outdoor. I was the one in that mailbag a couple of weeks ago asked you if you would ever consider getting into, road cycling, gravel cycling, mountain biking, or whatever. So there is a gravel race that I just did in Kansas a couple of months ago. It's the largest gravel race in the world. It's 5,200 people. The one I did it was in between 55 and 60 miles. I'll pay your entry fee. I'll pay your lodging, and you can use one of my bikes. And that can be a fundraising challenge. How many miles can you make it before you tap out?
On gravel?
Yeah, on a gravel bike.
I would think that'd be
brutal.
I was going to say that sounds incredibly difficult.
It is. Think about like if you're riding a bike down the road, you can take your hand off the handlebar and you can relax. Like on a gravel bike, you're a nanosecond from disaster. I mean, it was carnage out there.
See, here's the thing.
Yeah,
here's the thing.
I would pay for all that.
Yeah, I don't. That's one of the things that for me is, and this is going to sound terrible, but this is like with Tyler struggles with this part with me. The idea of getting hurt is right now is a non-starter for me. The knee injury and all that stuff was not good. I don't want to do anything where there's a risk of physical injury. I just don't. It's not necessary at this point in my life, and so for me, that part of things is like that's a no.
Oh, I understand. I was just kind of throwing it out there.
Yeah, and I get it. I get it. I have to. It's where I have to.
Bike-a-thon.
It's where I have to remind people that I take this as a compliment. I think people think that I'm younger than I am.
Neal's decided he'll go to back 9 and just hit golf balls until he hits a hole in one, no matter how long it takes.
I mean,
we'll put the video up there and we'll just let it run, and we'll change the batteries every 12 hours.
I mean, I'll be more than happy to go hit golf balls for 6 hours, and people can make fun of me.
They have beer.
And I would drink beer, and it would be fun. I mean, I have no problem with that. I'm never going to hit a hole in one unless someone fixes the screen. I mean,
I did like. We're not doing it probably, at least at this juncture. I did like the idea somebody had on a DM or something to me today that you put Neal wherever you want on the green to start on an actual golf course, play 9 holes, and Siski and I from the women's tees scramble and play against him. I don't hate that as an idea down the road. So Neal will win if he can 3-putt every green.
On what you just said.
Do what?
I was kind of going to piggyback on what you just said about, if you could go back to your younger self. And obviously, like I said, I've lost, a decent sized person. I'd go back and tell myself, don't treat your emotions with food.
Oh, I mean,
100%.
And try to find another outlet.
But I mean, that's mental, not physical. I mean, that's breaking a very, very deep seated thing. But yeah, sure, exactly right. If you can replace that compulsion with something else.
I cracked a few ribs in a bike race last year and couldn't ride my bike comfortably for several weeks. And I will tell you this, it took a toll on my mental health.
Oh, for sure.
You got to have that endorphin rush.
When you can't be active the way you want to be active, it's a challenge. Like right now, I'm kind of going through a little of it because I can't run. And so that's my favorite thing to do in terms of like get your heart rate up, get the endorphins going, like just the whole. I mean, there's a sweet spot for me. It's like 5 miles. Just if I go do a 5-mile run, I don't have to run 10. Mm-hmm. I don't have to run 17. I can just go run 5 miles, 45 minutes of running, get 5 miles in. I'm good, man. And I can't do that right now, and it's very difficult to replace that.
Do you feel that you also enjoy kind of the ritual around it?
Of course.
Like, hey, I'm going to get up, going to put my sneakers on. I'm going to set my my earbuds a certain way, and when it's done, I'm going to drink this protein shake and cool down. Because I have found that like I enjoy the ritual almost as much as the exercise.
I just like the sweat. I like the sweat. Love it. Love the sweat.
Well, living down here, you can do that just going to the grocery store.
Yeah, but that's a different sweat. You know what I mean? There's something.
Oh yeah.
There's something about doing that run where you're just you look down and your stride is exact. Your pace is exactly where you want it to be, and you run the 45 minutes or maybe even run an hour, and you get finished and you jump in a pool, and that's the best.
Well, guys, as always, I enjoy the content. Keep up the good work, and I'm about to go get on the bike and get my adrenaline rush.
Well, congratulations to you. That's awesome. Thank you. Is that report true about his family was there?
I don't know. Yeah, I saw it, but I don't know. Wicked Bruce says the whole runner's high thing, complete myth for me. I don't know that I have the runner's high, but I kind of just zone out. I don't feel euphoria, but
it's kind of the same thing, though.
You get done, though, and you feel very accomplished. There is a high from being done.
But you can go into a run where you have a lot of stuff on your mind,
mm-hmm.
Like almost even being almost a little depressed, kind of down. And you get 8, 9, 10 miles into a run, you'll notice you don't think about those things. They disappear from your brain.
Or you're really clear-headed.
Yeah.
I mean, I've talked about that a lot on different shows. That I don't like sometimes I don't like the vernacular of clear your mind. It's actually categorize your mind. It starts making sense.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, because you're just
yeah, it's the right word. You categorize some things.
When I listen to podcasts, I don't really care about what they're saying. I'm not listening to Serial where I've got to just zone in and whatever. It's like they're talking about movies or some crap, and I'm like, okay, fine.
Sure,
like whatever.
A Bill Simmons rewatchable.
100 all the time.
Yeah.
No, I will watch movies just to listen to Bill Simmons rewatchables.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Do
He's
that.
Very good.
I am impressed with him beyond words with his ability to age and stay connected to all generations of pop culture. It is a fascinating thing that he accomplishes in that way.
Yeah.
He can speak to my generation and make all the jokes about the 90s and late 80s and whatnot. And he's close to your age. Yeah. He's older than you, but he can speak to that as well. And then he's good catching up on all the latest things on Apple TV and Hulu and whatnot. I don't listen to him a ton just simply because he's so NBA heavy and I don't care.
Yeah. But he's big into pro sports, which makes sense. He's from New England.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, his Celtics documentary was phenomenal. Even if you don't like the NBA, it was phenomenal about the impact that Boston had that the Celtics had on the city of Boston, on civil rights in Boston, on a lot of things. It was incredibly well done.
I mean, in that entire corridor and region is obviously so professional sports heavy in every way. I mean,
of course.
One of our new interns, Erica, she's from Connecticut, huge Red Sox fan, Celtics fan, Bruins fan, Giants fan.
Mm-hmm.
So the one New York team and then the 3 Boston teams.
Yeah, if you're in New York City on a Saturday, it's more about getting ready for the NFL the next day than it is the college slate. It's just different. It's where I think the Big Ten gambled on Rutgers and it didn't really pay off. They thought, well, maybe this.
It was back in that footprint era where they thought that mattered.
Thought maybe this will resonate. Oh,
okay. You may do it.
Oh, I thought he was saying he did it.
Okay, let me ask.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay. Either way, one of them will do it.
Got it.
That's fine. They're handling.
I didn't even notice that one.
Okay. Oh, he did do it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
It wasn't Trey. I think it was Danny West.
Kash Patel reporting the shooter is in custody?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think Trey wasn't the one that said that. And a lot of Trey stuff is meant to be funny. His walk-in talk that everyone kind of quote makes fun of is the numbers it gets on YouTube are wild.
It has a kind of a small whiskey and wine kind of thing to it where other fan bases come in and enjoy misery.
I'll run it tomorrow, the 5 questions thing, but I'll give this one out. His answer about the state of that program was fascinating. He said, I copped out and picked 6 and 6. He said, I don't really believe 6 and 6. He said, I think Arkansas is either going 4 and 8 or 8 and 4. He thinks this game and the Memphis game are pivotal for the direction of the program.
8 and 4 would be one hell of a year.
In a world where, let's say, they beat Ole Miss and then they beat Memphis, that's 4-0 going into Notre Dame at home, which would be the atmosphere would be incredible. Where suddenly you have a chance to pull it off, but you lose to Ole Miss and lose to Memphis, and 4 and 8's definitely on the table. Hey, who do we have?
Hey guys, it's Corey in Tupelo.
Hey Corey, how are you?
Doing well. was finally able to make a college decision with our daughter over the course of this past weekend. I told you guys were going to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
That visit went well. It's my first time ever visiting there. I told you guys that last Thursday. And Chase, we got a dub. We got a dub for the Itawamba Community College Indians.
Okay, there you go. That's a good decision. Back in the day, I think the best start here was their slogan. I don't know what it is now. I haven't noticed it on the little flags when you go in, but yeah, something like that. It's all good.
Yeah,
no, in all seriousness, I'm still pretty involved. I like a lot of people over there.
Yeah, no, I think their new slogan is "Roll Tribe."
Well, yeah, that is their athletic thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they used to do like this cheer where they'd like spell out Etowamba, but it would be like repeating some of the letters multiple times. It was kind of convoluted.
There's kind of a joke there.
It was hey, watch it. Come on.
I mean, there might be some people who can't.
Hey, now.
You're asking a lot.
We have an honor society.
Yeah. So that's the game plan. So she apparently they had some recruiters that came and visited her high school today, and apparently this is big news in Fulton. They're actually getting a Chick-fil-A next semester. So that seemed to be what
that is a big
swayed
deal.
her. That's a huge deal, according to 17-year-old girls. So anyway, that's kind of cool. Just thought I'd share that with you guys and kind of put
congratulations.
chapter to a close.
Good move.
Yeah. So anyway,
tell her to go see the soccer games.
Just another good note.
Tell her to go see the soccer games.
Yeah?
A lot of good guys on the soccer team. I know probably half their roster. So, go cheer for the soccer team.
Yeah, I think she may end up trying out, but Chase is around the age of me. Coach Sullivan used to be the coach over there for the soccer program, and that was back when JUCO was way different because you had districts that you could only recruit within. And, ICC was really, really good. They would always get a lot of the Tupelo Football Club players out of their select, team that would commit because, Tupelo's always been good. And then you had Pontotoc you could throw in the mix and Amory and things like that. But now with the redistricting, and I don't think now there's really any territories. I think it's just, fair game.
You're full go now because used to, there was huge requirements on district, out of district, and even state, out of state.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, times are changing, but anyway, I don't know. I kind of felt called to call you guys just because of the weight of everything going on in America with the terrible news. I had no idea anything was going on. My family and I, we had a previously scheduled appointment with our pastor at our church. My 10-year-old son has decided that he's willing to accept Jesus into his heart. He did that over the course of a couple of weekends, and we met with our pastors to discuss his baptism that's coming up. And so we had to go back in and reconfirm that he has made the decisions in his heart and that, he's accepted Jesus and all those things, just to make sure that he's making the right choice and completely and fully understands, where he's headed with things. And I could really tell when I was meeting with our pastor that there seemed to be something off with him a little bit. And then I learned, the information about the individual who was assassinated and murdered today, and I didn't know who he was. So if you guys could just fill me in on that, I'm not asking you for you to go deep dive. I'm going to turn on Fox News eventually, and I'm sure I'll get all the information. But I did just want to share that there are good things happening in this country. Unfortunately, they don't get publicized, and they don't get the attention that they really need. And for my mental health's sake, I was so in tune with Fox News and everything that was going on during the political election season. And I think Chase is kind of in that lot where he just took a step back. And I had to too. I got to where I was watching Fox News in the morning. I was watching them at night. I was falling asleep to it at night, waking up in the middle of the night, getting the early Fox News morning stuff. And man, that stuff is so, I get, Neal, that, and I listen to every Josh Henderson podcast that you do, and even when you have Ike on and stuff, I get that we need to know what's going on, but it's almost so depressing just to even know, because it seems like everything negative is so publicized, and it's just so in your face that it makes you just feel like, what's the point of even trying to create good in a world that is just so utterly broken? And going back to Austin's point, This country needs Jesus Christ more than anything right now. I love you guys. I thank you for all that you do, and y'all continue to try to get this show headed in the right direction in a positive way. Talk to you guys soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Corey. Yeah.
I just read a couple of things that if they're true, I'm just
okay. Yeah. I mean, I was very engaged during the election because I like elections. I like campaigns. I mean, I've answered this question. Had I not gone into journalism, I at least would. I mean, who knows if I'd have made it or been any good or whatever. But some type of political advising would have been the area that I would have wanted to go into. I majored in political science for a while before I came back to journalism. I do understand what you're saying. I ride the middle and go back and forth, and at times I'm pretty uninformed because a lot of the national scope, I can't change it, I can't fix it, and it tears me down mentally into places that make me unproductive in things that I can change and affect. And I have a hard time with trying to figure out how to be informed but not let it start, frankly, eating into my soul at times. Because that doesn't do anybody any good, and you can't. I mean, I can't fix national things in any capacity.
Hey, who do we have?
Yo, it's Grind.
Hey, Grind, how are you?
Oh man, hanging in there. I was doing a little better until I've been out the loop news wise, and see the vibe on the show, man, and everything that's happening around the country. It's crazy, dude. This is crazy.
Yeah, I think there's a real chance this story is about to escalate, based on a couple of things that I've read in a couple of circles. But I'll wait and see. But I think this story might escalate a lot.
You think there's any connection with the Trump assassination in this attempt? The Trump assassination attempt in this?
Based on just the things I've read, I wouldn't be prepared to say yes or no right now. I wouldn't want to bet either way. I would not bet against it based on some things I've read, but that's way, there's not nearly enough to say, oh yes, there's a connection.
Okay. Well, man, I mean, gosh,
I mean, people forget how fortunate President Trump was or is to be here today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he turned his head. Otherwise, that was a kill shot.
Yeah,
and this today, and they're starting to use the words. This today was a kill shot. This was a professional kill shot. And again, I think you have to.
I heard from like 200 yards or something.
Yeah, 200 yards, and he hits him right in an artery. It was an unsurvivable shot from that distance. I think people have to think about what that means. That's all I'm saying. I think people have to think about what that means as it pertains to political discourse in our country.
Yeah, it's geez. Well, after they beat up on your Warhawks, man, seems like not everybody's back on board. But they went from DeBoer to debacle back to DeBoer a little bit. So I mean,
it's kind of a little much, wasn't it? 72 points. I mean, it feels like that's a little overdone. I mean, I get it. The other team's responsible to stop you. I understand that. But I mean, let's not all ULM jokes aside, let's not pretend that the two teams have the exact same resources. That just felt a little overdone to me. You could have stopped in the 50s.
Well, it's clear that DeBoer was trying to make a point, but I mean, he had fans that I guess he felt like running up the score would get him back in the good graces. And look, you had some podcasts saying are we back? Was Bama back? Because I mean, look, I got one of my guys that's right here. He's a big Bama fan. I know he's a little upset, but I told him, man, look, losing to Florida State. I picked Alabama to win the national championship.
Hey, I'll tell you this. Hey, Grind, I'll tell you this. I talked to Dave Womack today. Ran into him in Oxford. I don't think Dave would mind me telling the story. You know, he was obviously at the game in Tallahassee, and Dave has coached a lot of football in his life. I mean, what do you think, Chase? 40 years worth of football?
A lot, yeah.
A lot. And one of the nicest, most awesome people in people I've ever covered. I love Dave. I mean, he saw me someplace, stopped and came up and talked. Dave's son-in-law is the strength coach at Auburn, for perspective.
Really?
Yeah. But he was talking about Florida State, and I was like, I was just asking, how's everybody doing? How's Kane? Blah, blah, blah. And he said, hey, Florida State's got a pretty good team now. And that wasn't propaganda from Dave Womack. That was somebody who watched a lot of football. And he said, that's a talented team. I mean, it's the one thing I will say, it is possible that some of the obituaries written about Alabama football this year are a little premature. It's possible that we're going to find out that Florida State's just really good.
Yeah, man. Like I told Alabama fans, man, the problem was, we had Alabama winning the national championship. We just ain't have Florida State winning the Super Bowl. That's what we messed up at.
I mean,
that's all the problem was.
It's like Lane said earlier this week. I mean, you can completely change a team in an offseason. I mean, just because a team went 2-10 last year does not mean they're going 2-10 again.
Do you? Because they've brought up so many stats about the man, and how he already lost to the same amount of unranked opponents, and how his winning percentage right now is like at 66, and Nick Saban won 88% of his games. I mean, is this just headed to? Because I mean, my guy with me right now, he says, the board has to make the Final Four. He says he ain't caring about nothing else. They got to be one of the Final Four teams standing. And so, because last year they predicted them to win the championship. Your boy Ryan Brown and all them on the next round just told me it was going to be seamless, and they should have been in the title game because the board was just there with Washington and finna have a better roster. So I mean, it feels like he's just going to be, running up against a standard he just can't, compete with. He can't match.
Well, you're following Nick Saban. Everyone always knew that would be hard. And now you're following Nick Saban in a transfer portal era.
In an era that, frankly, Nick was not sure Nick could do anything. I mean, yeah, they were facing some of this no matter what. It didn't matter if Nick was in his heyday.
Yeah, but I don't think they understood because – he's already lost, 4 games? I mean, that's like the dude I work with. He said, man, that's 3 years worth of losing. He done already done.
Yeah, not anymore. So, there's not going to be another dynasty like that in this era. And if there is, it won't be at Alabama. They don't have the resources to pull it off. If there's another Saban-esque dynasty in college football, there's a list of about 5 schools that are capable of it, and Alabama's not on it.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know,
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think Alabama could have another dynasty
in this era of college? No, I do not.
Define dynasty. Like, what is a dynasty today?
I mean, well, the dynasty's winning multiple titles in a small window.
No.
I mean, 4 titles in 8 years, 5 titles in 10 years.
Wouldn't it have to change?
No.
I guess with the in the 12 play, like I guess in the 12-team playoff, it would be you never miss it, and I would say in a 5-year period, you never miss it. And you have to win one. You have to play for at least 2 titles and at least win 1. Because I think trying to win 2 I think winning 3 in a 5-year span.
But
I think
that's yeah.
Or playoffs.
Just takes winning so many games.
Yeah,
Playoffs.
just not going to happen.
Yeah, and now look before I let y'all go, man. It looked like Yellow Fella done ponying up some money for an offensive line. Everybody talk about Eric Singleton and how he was the Bradley Who transfer that came in. Nuh-uh. It's that boy from Virginia Tech. That boy, that is a left tackle for you right there. I mean, whatever Auburn paid him, it has been worth it.
Well, for all the criticism of Hugh Freeze that we do, and a lot of it is deserved, But when he has a really good quarterback and a really good left tackle and a receiver core, he's pretty damn good usually offensively.
Yeah, shit. We gonna see. He got the battle of the big cats. You know, after losing to Mexico State, you still can't slide none by him. I like when he don't put together though.
Well, that game next week in Norman's going to be fascinating.
Man, we kicking their ass, man. I'm telling you, I'm calling that one. I call in. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Well,
we kicking their ass all night long, man.
If that's the case,
I feel good about that game.
If that's the case, one of the storylines next week will be Auburn's back.
No, and see, and that's what I'm gonna hate because that's gonna be too premature because then they're gonna go to College Station and lose.
Well,
and that's gonna be.
But when you're a program like Auburn, though, they'll put that crown on your head super fast, and then we'll find out whether Hugh can wear it. And if I'm an Auburn fan, that's the part that I worry about. I worry about Hugh's ability to wear the crown.
Jeez, come on, man.
He's damn good as an underdog. He's good as an underdog.
Yeah. You guys know all about him. Yeah. So what about this week? This Arkansas game, man. Was because I think I got Ole Miss winning by at least I say 8 to 11 points. I think the line may be dropping a little premature.
Well,
I think Arkansas pretty good, but I just think, matchup wise, Ole Miss should have them.
Even with the backup?
Even with the backup quarterback?
Do y'all really, man?
I don't know. I mean,
if
I send Auburn to play Arkansas and you've got Jackson Arnold, you feel pretty damn good about it. If I take Jackson Arnold off the field and I put a backup in, you still feel as good?
No, I don't.
Well, that's where this is, right? Because if Austin Simmons can't play, and you're going with the quarterback who's never thrown a pass at the FBS level, a meaningful pass, he threw a few against Georgia State in mop-up, that does not count. When I think we'd all agree with that. I mean, it's a little less. I mean, I'm with you. When the two teams were when I thought they were full strength, I was prepared to say Ole Miss by 17, but. If Austin Simmons can't go, and I don't know what Chambliss can do.
I was gonna ask y'all just because y'all have a better idea than us. What would you guys say the point differential between Chambliss and Simmons is? How many points do you think Austin Simmons is worth to Ole Miss?
At least 14.
What?
Yeah. Starting quarterback to backup quarterback, a kid that's been at an SEC program now for 3 seasons. Has starts under his belt as opposed to a kid who played at Ferris State? Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Okay. Well then, that I mean, if y'all saying that changes my opinion because I still thought y'all would say, well, Lane, kid, maybe Lane saw something in the kid and he had some, I guess, unlocked talents. He could be kind of like I didn't see much of his running ability against Kentucky when Ole Miss was playing him. So, I'm not really sure the kind of quarterback, he's really is, but you guys are saying he's like more of an all running guy. So,
I mean, he threw it at Ferris State. I'm just saying, look, there's a big jump from.
So there's more of what you guys think of Austin Simmons and not like what you think of the backup. That's more because you think highly of Austin.
I do. I mean, I think Simmons is good. Okay. He's made some mistakes, but I mean, I went into the season saying he's going to make mistakes. I mean, some of the people who we compete against who are trying to launch a Heisman campaign for Austin Simmons this season, that was just propagandistic Kool-Aid to do nothing more to kiss people's asses. That was it was stupid. Of course he wasn't going to be a Heisman candidate his first season. I mean, who is?
We just don't know what. I mean, Chambliss. Why don't I keep Chambliss? Chambliss. He's having a hard time. I mean, we saw him throw a good bit in camp. He was okay, intermediate, short stuff, middle of the field. I don't know if he can access that deep level with Ole Miss. It just takes away so much. I mean, he adds a run game, but no, it's a precipitous drop off. It's a guy who was playing FCS or D2 football.
The only school in the SEC. I guess the only schools in the SEC that wouldn't, say I guess that big of a point differential would be like Alabama. I guess they would feel good if they went to Austin Mack. Not saying that,
I don't know.
From a point line, I guess.
I mean, in this era where young quarterbacks leave to go play, I mean, everybody's kind of at the mercy of. It's why Lane has a decision to make, right? Is you can say, hey, I think if we have Simmons, we beat Arkansas, right? He says that the gamble that he has to take, that he has to weigh the cost and benefit is, if I put him out there at significantly less than 100%, how much am I risking that the injury becomes worse? And instead of losing him for 2 weeks, I lose him for 10. And I'm not in that room. I'm not a doctor. I don't know, but I would think that's part of the calculus that they have to weigh.
All right, and then I'm gonna just leave y'all with this. I guess the committee have they put out any rules? Because I mean, let's say Austin Simmons sits, Ole Miss loses, but then goes let's say Ole Miss goes 9-3, but they played one game without Austin Simmons.
Yeah.
Does the committee look at that differently? And
you would hope so.
But I'm gonna just leave y'all with that.
Yeah. No, you would hope so.
Like I said, you would hope so, but I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
I guess there's not really any precedent. There's not really any precedent for it because Jordan Travis got hurt at the end of the season. So I don't know.
Well, and that was
that was them going the other way, going without him.
Yeah,
they are not this.
Right.
That was that justification, which, as you're saying, that's completely different.
And that was before the 12 team, right?
Yeah.
So
that was 14.
So we only have 1 year of data. So, thank you.
Oh gosh. Well, all right, man. I'll put some in the chat and then because I want y'all's opinion on it. But I appreciate y'all taking my call.
Appreciate it, bud.
Have a blessed one, man. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Thanks, Grant.
All right, man.
Yeah, I mean how would anybody view anything? We have 1 year of data that you can look at. A very small sample size. I don't know. I mean, if Ole Miss went 9-3 and they lost a game that Simmons did not play because of injury, I would think that would weigh in.
It would. Now to what level? I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, who's this?
Hey guys, this is Daniel. I'm calling from Bloomington, Illinois.
Hey, Daniel.
I've called in a few times before. I've been listening to y'all forever. I'm from Oxford. I'm actually driving back tomorrow for the game. I moved here a couple years ago. I gotta ask, is this the new night y'all are doing hand raise, guys, on Wednesday?
No, we're just doing it this week because I've got a house full of people coming in tomorrow, and I would like to stay married.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, it threw me off. I was like, oh crap.
No, just
Thursday. I was actually going to listen to this. I was going to listen to it tomorrow because I'm going to be driving, for like 7 hours. But after that Charlie Kirk stuff, I don't know, man. It shook me up.
Sure,
I just kind of came home and turned my TV up. Yeah, I've been here 2 years, as y'all know, Illinois. I'm in a more conservative area, but it's about as liberal as it gets here. So I actually was heading back to my office from a meeting when I heard, and I work with a lot of people that I was just praying that I wasn't going to walk in and see anybody. I don't know. I hate to say that they would do it, but people are celebrating on social media the way people act. And luckily that didn't happen, but I got out of there pretty quick, and I came home and just turned y'all on. Y'all really do help a lot of people. I really like how y'all talk about other things in football. I'm a psychotic Ole Miss fan through and through, but sometimes it's cool to just hear y'all talk about different topics going on in your life. I mean, especially for me, I moved here from Illinois, and it's been tough. I've been here. I mean, I've been here 2 years now. I have a lot of friends and stuff here now, but I mean, I'll come home and turn y'all on, and it's just like I'm hanging out with the dudes. I mean, I turn the call-in show or the watch party on and stuff. I'll have that on my computer while I'm watching the game when I'm here, and it's like I'm just hanging out with my boys. It makes a big difference.
Thank you.
That's the hope. So that's always what we hope for there.
I've been listening to y'all a long time, and I hope y'all do this for a long time because it's really awesome. Y'all helped out through a lot. I know y'all have done the same, and I want to reiterate what Austin said, or I think it was Austin earlier. We all just need this. Jesus, man, it's sad, but I really do appreciate everything y'all do, and I'm gonna hang up and keep listening. But I appreciate it, and y'all have a great night.
Thank you. Same to you. Grind says he's heard I would rather have Brett Bielema than over Mark Stoops. Interesting. I've heard Bielema's.
That would make sense to me.
I've heard Bielema's stock has kind of gone up a little bit.
I mean, is that a hell of a job there?
There were some people that said, "Hey, don't be surprised if the Florida thing opens up, and if it did, that he was
Brett.
he was be on the list there."
Well, that's
He's recruited that state really well. His wife's from there.
now that's interesting.
Now the question would be, if you're Florida, could you sell Brett Bielema? Because he had that
That's
stint at
tough.
Arkansas that just didn't quite ever go the way you wanted it to go, and he was kind of stubborn about it. Of course, that was a different era. All of it, man, is now a completely different era. Like, when you judge coaches, how far back do you want to go?
Yeah, because if you're completely just doing that, you're not doing the right thing.
Yeah, because if you won in 2017, 2018, 2019,
I
I'm
mean,
like, so what? I mean, good for you. I got to see people who've won now.
Nobody's hiring Dave Doran right now.
No, God, no.
Our boy's struggling in this era.
I mean, a lot of guys are.
I know. I mean, it's a different world. It really is.
The pictures of the little girl, man.
I
just can't.
I can't.
Brutal.
That's one I just can't do.
All right, we're gonna. Is it okay with you? It's about 6 o'clock.
No, you must stay till 8.
I'm gonna give myself a little time to decompress and get ready to do another show that requires me to be really locked in. Not that I'm not locked in with you, but
it's different.
I can check out a little bit.
Different.
Let you do with Pete. I've got to pay attention. Thanks to everybody who accommodated us for doing this. Obviously, again, thoughts and prayers to the family of Charlie Kirk. People that we know who know him are hurt today. So, I'm a lot of people who didn't even know him are hurt. So, a sad day for our country. We have content coming in the morning. We'll be joined by Jeffrey Wright. We'll tape that as we always do. I have 5 questions with Trey Biddy. We have picks that are in some degree of completion at this point.
Mine aren't, but they will be.
Yeah. So we'll have picks up to you as always on Thursday morning. The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor is already published. We taped that around 12:30 today. So that's there. If you don't mind giving that enough of a listen to register and maybe hit the like button, that would be super. I'd really appreciate it. That'd be a nice thing to do. And if you're out and about shopping, LB's Meat Market, you should always go there. 2008 University Avenue. Greg's just great people, great product. Text your order to them. People always say, "What can we do to help you guys support the people who support us?" Hovey Dry Goods hats. Got an Ole Miss hat here. Chase's favorite. It was Script M. If you got a Tennessee fan in your life, they got some great Tennessee products as well.
The Auburn are great. Vandy's good.
Yeah, I might even wear the Vandy one. I might keep it in my bag just in case Vandy pulls it out on Saturday night against the Gamecocks. A lot of good stuff. So Hovey, Hovi, drygoods.com. College Corner. If you're coming to town, stop at the College Corner, get your gear. It's a stripe out. Maybe your section's blue, maybe it's red, whatever the case. They've got all the names and brands that you love there. So the best way to show that you appreciate us, and we certainly appreciate that, is to support the people who support us. That's easily the best way. And again, speaking of, thanks to Comer and Southern for taking care of us. Like I told you, Eric came out early today after I was an idiot and tried to weed eat around an air conditioner, and he fixed it. He'd do that same thing for you. They're great people. At Comer and Southern, everything's up on the screen, the contact numbers. So we'll be back tomorrow with more content at Rebels 24/7 and also at MPW Digital. For Chase Parham, I'm Neal McCready. Until next time, take care.